The other thing about next year, and it's an old topic, but we have to cover it again and probably again after this, is trust. You're not going to, next year in particular, and this is not about worry, but it is about awareness. Next year, you're going to have one thing to fall back on, and it's you. And it's you. That requires trust. If you're out of trust with yourself, and that's the only thing you have to fall back on, it's going to be a long, long way down. But if you have yourself to trust, now trust is a tricky thing. A lot of you say, oh yeah, I trust myself. Not really. No, you say that, but you really don't. You don't believe me? Take a look at your actions and reactions. Trust is kind of a surrender in a way, but trust for some of the masters has been, I don't have anything else. There's nothing left. It's all I have. I can't even effort into it. I can't make myself believe in, but that's all I have because everything else is gone. That's when you discover real trust, by the way. Yeah. Next year, it's going to be trusting yourself. I could tell you this, and you're not going to necessarily believe it, but just do it. Just trust yourself. Even when you think it's wrong, it's still right. It really is. Even when you think, I turned the wrong way, I did the wrong thing. Look at Yeshua, for an example. Had romance one night under the stars, got a little carried away, couldn't keep it in the robe, and suddenly it blew his whole career of being a teacher at the Yahad. It messed it up. Oh, did he feel bad? Oh, geez, and I hate that thing down there. Look, it got me in so much trouble. It was actually divine because it got him out of that commune, got him out of that community. Oh my God, that it was so boring there. And then when his first wife died, his only wife died, and it was all the feelings of guilt. I should have been able to heal her. I should have known the right herbal chant to do or whatever. And God, didn't listen to me, so I must be a sinner. How hard that was on him. But yet it was divine. That got him out of the community. That got him off learning. That was you. That was the Christ seed at work. And you think it was easy for Yeshua to trust himself? Say, oh yeah. Yeah, that's exactly the way I planned it. Yeah, threw me out of the place, and my wife dies, and my life is ruined. But, sure, that's me. I'm a creator. But actually he was. There was enough built-in remedies in case he got stuck in this really boring community. There's enough built-in remedies. Even the angst that he went through that caused him to start his search. What else would have done it at the time? Sometimes, am I talking too much? No. Good, because I'm going to keep talking. That even as difficult as it was with the death of his wife, that was not an accident, so to speak. And if he had trusted himself, he'd have understood the wisdom. If he had trusted himself, she would have never died, actually. So a lot of things that happen don't have to happen. Jesus did not have to die on the cross if enough people had trusted themselves. Wouldn't have had to happen that way. A lot of things in your life won't have to happen if you trust yourself. If you absolutely, emphatically, I got nothing else in my life, trust yourself. It will change the experience. The outcome, the end result, still going to be the same, enlightenment. I would say most of you have made a commitment to it. You've got a pretty good shot at it in this lifetime. Pretty good chance. At least a 3% chance in this lifetime. That was a joke. You have a 100% chance. Yeah. There's that potential. Most of you seriously have an excellent potential for realization. I don't even want to call it enlightenment, realization in this lifetime if you trust yourself. I can hardly teach trust. I just can hardly do it. I can say the words. We can have some trust mirabs and all the rest of that. But if you don't trust yourself, you don't trust yourself. What tends to happen when you don't trust yourself, when you're on this path, when you're coming into your enlightenment, you don't trust yourself, everything will be ripped away. So all you have left is you. It's not such a bad thing. But it doesn't have to happen that way. It doesn't have to happen. You can actually just trust yourself. And not your past life self, not this golden angel. I'm talking about trusting you that's sitting here right now with that great smile on your face. Trusting that. Trusting this, that you have this amazing, beautiful being. Looking younger all the time, too, I must say. I don't know what you're doing, but bring me along. That amazing trusting yourself. So it doesn't have to go into the ripped down experience. It doesn't have to go into this whole scenario. Some of you feel like you're this kind of a asteroid heading to some type of strange conclusion. That's why I say, how does it end? How does it end? And you're like, oh, I'm out of control. I feel myself jettisoning towards this wall, and suddenly, boom, it doesn't have to happen that way. Trust yourself, changes all those dynamics. I can't teach trust. I can only ask you to feel inside. Now, you feel inside, say, okay, I'm going to trust myself. Two things happen. First of all, you say, well, I screwed up in the past. No, I just told you. Creatorship's about trial and error. You didn't screw up. An experience. Secondly, the other alarm goes off, bigger alarm. Yeah, I can trust myself, but what about them? I can't trust others because they're going to screw me over. The minute I let my defenses down, they're going to come in, they're going to take my house, my money, my everything that I have, manipulate me, take advantage of me. No. When you can write this down also, when you trust yourself, suddenly you trust everyone else. Suddenly you trust everyone else. Actually, truth be known is when you trust yourself, the word trust goes out of the dictionary. Doesn't even apply anymore. In mastery, enlightenment, somebody comes to talk to you about trust, you don't even relate to that word. It's so old and foreign. Trust, oh, what an old word. You don't even have to think about trusting others. It's implicit. It's already there. And I know I can hear some of you, particularly online, screaming, but I tried this before, and the minute I let my guard down, they took advantage of me. Well, A, you didn't let your guard down. B, they can't take advantage of you unless you're kind of in that victim energy. They can't. When you trust yourself, you will never be in the situation where you have to worry about trusting others or not trusting them. You're never in that situation. It just doesn't even come up. So you don't have to be worrying about somebody taking something away from you. You're just never in that circumstance. And you'll hear stories of other people who are. You'll hear stories about people who are being abused, taken advantage by others. And you're just like, wow, doesn't even happen to me. I wonder why. Because you trust yourself. Because you trust yourself. So time is running out. I understand there's a